again. I think... Well... I think we will go visit Black Lake. Take care of this business with Leldon before we go see Axel. Just in case. Okay, let's go see Count Dukin. And then perhaps... Oi, puppy, the merchant. Come on, people, get closer. Okay. Yeah, let's sell the harvest cloak and get nymph cloak +2. Yep. Ooh, charisma modifier 5. Okay, back to Eleni. I think we will take the boots of hardiness for her. Ooh, let's get Chandra a torch. Just for looks, everyone has to have a torch. It's just common sense.
Yes?
Like checking things before you buy expensive stuff that will end up useless. Perhaps is there. Can't remember, but it's possible he doesn't have anything. Yeah.
Yes.
Guess that's pretty much it for now. And I think we've spent an hour here already, so yeah, definitely a save. And oh, there's an auto save now somewhere close by, probably when we came to the merchant quarter. But anyway, okay, let's move on to the Black Lake district and take care of this business with Leldon.
Something you want?
What?
Yes.
Oh yeah, by the way, before we do that, we are... Oh, we get there here. We are actually going back to the flagon. Forgot, we'll have to chat with our companions a bit. Old ones and new ones alike. Let's hope we won't run into anything unpleasant while going back. Meant to do this before heading out, but as usual I forgot. Lord needs memory Viagra or something. What the hell is wrong with you people? And now Kelgar is still standing still. Do you mind? Safety distance or something? What the hell? You trying to tell me I keep farting or something while running? Oh please. That's just rude. I think this was caused by Bishop's influence. It all started when Bishop was in the party for a while. He is clearly responsible for this travesty. Okay. Let's begin with Eleni.
Oh, look who has a question. And here I'd thought you'd forgotten all about me.
Oh no. What do you mean?
I thought the Horned One occupied much of your time now. You certainly do seem to be showing an interest in her.
Hmm?
Or perhaps it's just my imagination.
Jealous, are we? Yeah, is that jealousy I hear?
I think you presume too much. As if I care about the opinions of a blind harborman muck farmer. I'd be careful with her if I were you. Demons and devils are not of this land, and their nature is different than ours. Fickle comes to mind.
Duh. Thanks for the obvious again. You really have a talent for stating that, don't you? Yeah, and you aren't. Spare me your opinion.
You may walk whatever road you wish, all the while telling yourself it's the only one upon which your feet may fall. It matters not to me.
You are such an annoying person sometimes, you know that? And never mind.
What did you wish to know?
Wonder if this one was new. Why are you trying to help me?
My reasons are my own, and I will share them when I wish.
Yeah, that was
Until
the influence
then,
check.
You must learn patience and trust that.
So,
What did you
yeah.
wish to know?
Okay, let's see if she knows anything new about the attack on West Harbor. I certainly do.
I know little of what happened. I cast, and
Yeah.
that is when I began to follow you.
Let's move on. Kelgar,
Something you need?
Captain Iron Fist, the little bundle of joy and ale. Who are you? I wanted to ask you about some of our companions.
Huh? Like who?
Let's see if she'll tell us anything new about what she thinks of. He thinks of Nishka.
You mean aside from the fact that she's half
There's
devil,
the influence
that
check.
her name's more
Yeah,
like
and
a
we
sneeze
probably
than a
won't get
proper
through
name?
that anytime
Oh,
soon.
alright, go on and ask them.
Thanks to him getting angry when we accepted the gauntlets of Iron Fist. Dumbass Kelgar. Okay, then the crazy bitch sorceress Quara.
Great. What's wrong now?
Tell me about yourself again.
Why?
Like,
Hey!
oh, stow it, you drunk.
I had other
Go on and
questions.
ask.
Yeah, there's nothing else. Let's keep moving then. We'll talk with Nishka last, I think. Yeah, we're not talking with that guy ever. Just no. Grobnar is annoying when he talks, so no. There's Bishop. He's an a-hole, but he does have his interesting and amusing side, so...
Yeah? Something you need?
You weren't too impressed with the people of Ember.
No, and neither should you. You're from West Harbor. Duncan told me what happened. The Gith show up, and you killed them. And you know what? There'd be a lot less misery in the world if everyone followed that simple rule. Either stand up and fight, or be prepared to suffer.
That I agree with. Agreed.
There now. Maybe I'm speaking to someone with some sense. There's learning in fighting and killing, and more in fighting for something you believe in. What would have happened if you never fought for anything? Why, you wouldn't have come all this way. Seems to me there's a strength in that, something you can learn from. And so could those fool villagers in Ember.
Very true. I had something else.
Go ahead, but don't expect any answers.
Oh, like so far. Know anything about the mayor?
Big, dangerous swamp. Not much else to tell. Lots of battles fought there, lots of corpses lying under the water. Easy to get lost in, but you probably know that from West Harbor, right?
True. Did Duncan say something about it?
Duncan said something about it. Said your village got attacked. Drove you to Neverwinter. Trust me, whatever happened in your village, probably a lot easier to deal with than coming to Neverwinter. But you harbormen, you're a pretty tough bunch. To be driven out of there must have been something pretty scary.
Yeah, my stepdad. I had something else I
Go
wanted to
ahead,
ask again.
But don't expect any answers.
Any thoughts on the trial?
The trial. A Luskan trick. Probably still angry with you for driving away their agents in Neverwinter. Yeah, Duncan told me about that too.
Yeah, Duncan does seem to talk a lot.
Duncan sure does. Not a good one for keeping secrets. But he's always quick to call a debt when he wants.
Well, isn't everyone, in a way. So, what do you think we should do?
Are you seriously asking me, or just making conversation? Because it seems to me a law-abiding fellow like yourself might just be asking for the sake of asking. And trust me, I'll respect you a lot more if you admit it now than hear my advice and ignore it.
I want to know.
I think you should skip this whole trial and just try to kill the ambassador. That'll send a nice message to them about what you think of justice.
Yeah, that might be the best thing to do, and nicely ironic considering the accusation.
Trust me, that's the only language Luskin will understand. Still, if you don't want to waste time in court, of course, you could always try to bed the ambassador as well. I don't think she's getting it from anywhere else. Failing that, I suppose you could follow the procedures and try to find proof of their claim. But that's only worth it if you can hurt Luskin in the process. But do what you want. I could care less.
Really? Yeah. I'm loyal to Nishka, so I won't be going with the middle option. I had something else I wanted to ask. Again.
But don't expect any answers.
You seem to have some problems with Luskin.
Luskins? Don't give it much thought. Most of them aren't human beings anyway. They usually give up any shred of morality or dignity as part of the toll at the front gate.
Yeah, but why do you hate them so much?
Because they deserve it. At least in Neverwinter the soldiers and thieves operate with some shred of purpose or morality. Luskin. It's not even worth hating them. Look, enough about Luskins.
Oh.
They aren't worth talking about.
Well, in a way, I agree. So something
Go ahead.
else again.
But don't expect any answers.
Does the phrase Kalak Cha mean anything to you?
No. Is it a phrase or a name? Sure doesn't sound like any Sword Coast town I've heard of. That's what those Gith called you, right? I assumed it was some curse, like Halfwit, or Dung Dweller, or something like that.
Could be. No, I had something else I wanted to ask.
Go ahead, but don't expect any answers.
Yeah, this guy is kind of an odd riddle. Sort of. So, in a way, Lord is quite interested. So, let's ask him, why did you become a ranger?
Well, it's because tracking and hunting help put things in perspective. Out in the wild, well, the whole predator-prey relationship is a little more honest.
Simple, just like you. And which are you?
I've been on both sides, prey and predator. And if you think you're a predator, you're usually wrong. You're always someone's prey.
So who's hunting you?
Don't know. Maybe someone, maybe no one. But chances are I'll find out someday, unless I find them first.
Well, if you like the wilds, why were you in Neverwinter?
Because you can't always find cheap ale in the wilderness or duskwood. That's why.
Yeah, I had something else.
Go ahead.
Actually,
don't
no, I
expect
didn't.
any
Never
answers.
mind. Okay. Now, where is sand? Huh. I wonder. Let's chat with Uncle Dunker. Dogs keep getting worse all the time. Hope you know what you were doing, helping debris choke the life out of this place. Still, it's good to see you brought Chandra back safe and sound. How are you? My kin here treating you all right? Don't talk to her. You have no right to talk to her. Okay, let's switch to strategy mode and try to find sand. Bloody hermit. And I wonder if I can see him outside of the room actually. Well, I should. But you never know. Seriously, where the hell is he? Where in the nine hells? Huh, this is interesting. Why isn't he here? We'd have to have him in our party to be able to talk with him. Guess we'll have to do that as well then. Okay, but before we do that, let's chat with Nishka.
What's going on?
Uh-huh. Let's see if we can get anything open with this. Tell me a little about yourself
Me?
again.
Well, I don't know.
Sounds
No one
surprised,
usually
blah,
asks.
blah, blah.
So finding the word, this is
Curious.
okay. Well, I have no. Yeah, were they a hard-headed bunch? Yeah. Anyway, but you know, those tales. Questions. Go. I'm good at. And I may have accident. Questions.
Nope.
Questions. Yeah, but shh. Questions. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Let's not chat with her about our companion, specifically Kelgar, anymore then. Huh. Weird. Well, we can always chat with Sand, of course. Later as well, but let's do it now. Yeah. Well, doesn't really matter to whom we switch, but yeah. Okay, Mr. Dry.
Yes?
Oh, I wanted to ask about the trial and the evidence we need.
Yes, what of it?
How much evidence do you think we need?
Well, we'll gather it all up and see. If you think you have enough, ask me for my opinion, and I shall give it to you.
Yeah, okay. Any idea where I should search for clues?
To port last, then to Ember. Then see what we find along the way, I think. I suspect Luskin has not covered their tracks well. Nothing would please me more.
Okay. Do you think we have enough evidence?
I doubt what little we've found is enough. And there are some things that I think Luskin may have expected us to find. We need to keep searching for as much evidence as we can gather.
Yeah. Okay, I had other questions.
Very well. What answers do you seek?
What do you know of Black Garius?
The name is familiar. I believe he was once a low-level wizard of the host tower of the Arcane. But to have him rise so high, so quickly... He must have gained a powerful patron indeed. He was cunning and had skill with the craft, but not enough to warrant this.
Anything we can use against him?
I did not know him well, but the mere fact he has risen to power so quickly cannot mean he has a stable power base. And it must mean he made many enemies. Such enemies may reveal themselves if we seek to stop him, and they will become our allies.
That would be nice. Did you ever have any dealings with the host tower of the Arcane?
The true rulers of Luskin?
Oh, influence check.
No, no more than any other wizard in these regions. To deal with the host tower is to invite death, either slow or quick.
Well, that's not what I asked.
Then I shall exercise my privilege to be evasive on this matter. One does not talk of dealings with them. Merely saying the name can draw scrying to you.
Okay, I had other questions.
Very well. What answers do you seek?
Oh wait, did I ever chat with this guy? I forgot. Huh. What about your shop? I still wanted to buy and sell items.
Don't worry, I have put Leomon's merchant elemental in my stead back at the shop.
A what?
It's difficult to explain, but trust me, you'll still be able to trade there if you wish, and use the alchemy workbench.
Okay, never mind. No, wait. Yeah, never mind. Farewell. And let's go back and switch Eleni back to our group. Because,
I concur.
Let's do that, by the way. Don't need that. But anyway, how was it? Yeah. No spells, because we have to check those a bit, so we'll wait until the next level up before we check Sand again. And see if we'll have him instead of Eleni in the party from now on. Or from that point on. Yeah. Now let's head to Black Lake. Black to Back Lake, I mean, yeah. Shave. And away we go. What awaits us, nobody knows. Oh well, I think someone knows, but no one in the party. And now we can finally walk around this district. The collector's mansion is there. Academy Square, Neverwinter Archives, Castle Never, the Academy. And yeah. Okay, but we're gonna save again actually. Now that we have made sure there are no nasty surprises right around here. And unfortunately we're gonna have to leave it at that for now, and when we come back we'll start going around Black Lake district and also go rob this collector before Leldon manages to do it. So until next time.